Hi, I'm Construction Gamer and this is another UK mod showcase for Transport Fever 2. I am a bit behind with all the mods that have come out recently because I haven't had much time to record one of these lately, but I want to catch up with a lot of the main ones in this episode, starting with this, the LNER EE1 by Steve M4. This should come out in about 1922 and it's a very early UK electric locomotive. It's not a very early electric locomotive because lots of countries in Europe were electrifying earlier than the UK was, but if you want a UK British electric locomotive, then this is the one for you. It's a good looking mod. Not sure it's a good looking train, but the actual mod itself is pretty good. I know, don't hate me for the carriages. I just for some reason hadn't turned on the Mark 1s, which would probably be a bit more suitable than a Mark 3 carriage, but yeah, I just wanted it to be pulling something because it looks a lot better than it not. So yeah, there is the LNER EE1 by Steve M4. Take a look in the depot, which is here. By vehicles, it is a locomotive, it is electric, and it is around here somewhere. There he is. 1,768 horsepower, 124 kilonewtons of tractive effort, so it's not hugely powerful if we compare it to the trusty Crocodile, which is 2,243, and the BRE91. So it's not hugely powerful, but if you do really want to have a British train on your map, if you're working on a UK map, then this will be the one for you. The next set I want to look at is, I put a bit of a consist together of not yet, is the 90s, class 90s, which are available in a massive variety of different liveries. So these are by CW315, and yeah, I think he basically worked non-stop for a weekend to do the model for this. It was a bit of a side project and he managed to get it out, but you wouldn't really tell from the level of detail that's gone into this. It really is a great looking mod. Like I said, comes in a variety of different liveries. Now it says that they were starting being built from 1987, so I'm assuming the kind of in-city Swallow livery will be one of the first sort of units that'll be available to you in about the late 1980s, and then obviously you got the kind of Virgin. I think Virgin will be available in about 1997, as with the EWS and possibly the Freightliner as well. You got the brand new Freightliner orange, and then you got the older Freightliner green colour there. If you come down a little bit, just have a closer look at these. They do look really, really good, like so. And just as we're passing the depot, that's handy, we'll nip in there and take a look. There are even more available than in that consist there. I just wasn't sure about fitting in a station. So if you look there, class 90, 110 miles per hour, so it's a pretty quick locomotive. 5,071 horsepower, 258 kilonewtons of tractive effort, so it's pretty quick, pretty beastie. Used on both passenger on the West Coast Main Line and freight as well. And you can see there all the different liveries that they come in. That's if you subscribe to the Mega Skin Pack that is available for this. And as with all of these mods, there will be a link in the Great British Mods collection in the description below, which is obviously a list of all the Great British mods that are available on the Steam Workshop. And the next one, as it's coming into view, is the 58s, which I've been very excited to see because I'll be able to use them on my UK West Coast series. The first one here, which is actually a reskin. The actual models themselves is a bit of a collaboration between CW315 and Mr. Transport Guy. They put together the original three liveries, which are the GWR, Regional Railways and the Transpennine Express, but the Mad Hatter has gone ahead and done a Southwestern Railway livery, which should be available about 2017, I think, is when Southwestern Railway franchise began. And then you got Southwest Trains which is the Stagecoach livery. That will be available from 2004 if if my research is to be correct. And then obviously you've got the Great Western Railway, and you've got Transpennine Express and the Regional Railway. The Regional Railway livery should be available in about 1989, which is when they started to produce the 185s, according to the description. So this will be the earliest one available to you, and yeah, they just look awesome, these units. Just take a bit of a look, and you've got the double leaf doors which work fully. If we stop, oh yeah, we are right on the back of the train, so we are swinging out. I just want to try and get a good look at that, because they really do look awesome as we zoom miles out, so we can't see it anymore. So yeah, there's a bit of a rake of all of them together. If we take a look at them in the actual depot, let's take a look. Obviously multiple units, and they are diesel. And we're going to scroll there. So you've got the Regional Railways, GWR, Southwestern, Modern, and then the more modern, and then Transpennine Express in the maroon colour. So 90 miles per hour, so it's pretty quick. 707 horsepower, 240 kilonewtons of tractive effort, 80 capacity, which yeah is for all of them relatively high, but I suppose it's about right, balanced within the game itself. Because we look at a 156 capacity of 40. But yeah, it is what it is. I think that's about right, because they are kind of semi-long distance trains. So yeah, that is the 158, which just look great. And then another train which looks great, which many of you probably already familiar with now. I haven't had a chance to look at them yet, because I'm still in 1965 on my series that I'm doing on the UK Northern Powerhouse map, but I will be using these eventually. And these are the 800s. This one is the 800-1, I think, according to the description. And this is the 9-car variant in its electric format. Is it? Can't see. Pretty sure I selected the electric form, but I can't see the pantograph up. Maybe it's at the other end of the train. Is it? Yeah, it's up on the rear most carriages. So we'll take another close look at that. So that's kind of the LNER Azuma livery. It just looks amazing, and then goes past the Transpennine Express. We'll take a look at that in a bit more detail. Just wanted to show you the 9-car variant, because there are a whole host of different variants, and then we'll have a look at the Transpennine Express, which looks awesome. I really do like this livery. I was a skeptic of it to begin with. When I saw it on the 185s, I really wasn't that impressed, but actually seeing them on the Nova fleet, it really does start to make sense, and they do look really good. These are 5-car variants, and they are both diesel. So we've got the ones which will eventually be the Avanti West Coast 800s, which will operate on the North Wales and Chester to London Euston service. So the bimodes in their 5-car variants will operate between kind of Wrexham, North Wales, Chester, and where else? To London Euston. Yeah, and obviously the Transpennine Express will operate across the Pennines. We did have another rake of them just to have a look at somewhere. There we are. We've got. Is that just? We're just looking at the 9-car again. Yeah. Come on. It's a bit better. I thought it was a bit better prepared than this. But yeah, we've got 2 of the 5 cars. We've got the Great Western and a 5-car variant of the Azuma LNER as well. So we'll take a look in the depot, which is over here. I'll just take you through some of the different variations. So you click, you can't have bi-mode unfortunately, because the mechanics of the game just won't allow it. So if your route is fully electrified, you're going to select multiple units, you're going to select electric, and then you've got all different variants of electric ones, 5 cars, and then you go down, you've got your 2 9-car variants. Is that a, no, that's 5. But yeah, you got those. There will be an electric variant of the one for Avanti, and that'll operate on, I think, Glasgow to London Euston via Birmingham New Street, and a new Liverpool to London Euston calling at Liverpool South Parkway, which will operate 7-car variants of the Avanti. But I think for now we've just got the 5-car, either electric or diesel. If you want a diesel one, if your route isn't fully electrified, then obviously you're going to have to select diesel. And again, you've got a full range of these. So you've got the 5-car variants, and then you've got the 2 9-cars, which capacity of 206, 5-car variant capacity of 106. There is a slight difference in power as well. So if you look at this one, that's another 9. Look at this 5-car variant, 2,855 horsepower. If you go to the electric one, is 2,937 horsepower, 200 kilonewtons of tractive effort, 106 capacity. So yeah, I mean, these are just fab looking trains, and you've got so many different variants there to use. And yeah, just coming back to this, take a bit of a close look at that. Just a really nice looking mod. And then we've got the Transpennine livery there. So pretty sure most of you have probably had a time to play, but I really haven't had a look at these in any sort of detail, just because, like I said, on my playthrough I'm on the 1965, so I can't wait to use these. I did write down, I think, actually, when these are available. So the Azuma is 2014. The Great Western Railway 2017, the Transpennine Express 2019. The Azuma shouldn't be available to you until about 2022, which is when Avanti West Coast plan to introduce the first 800s on their routes. So yeah, these, if I haven't mentioned it already, are again by CW315, who has been very busy, prolific creator of mods. He's been really busy creating some really good looking mods for Transport Fever 2. So yeah, there we are. I will leave you with this one, as it's going in the right direction. Great Western Railway Class 800, looking marvellous. Let's get a good view for you to, for me to leave this on, because I think that's about it for now. I'll try and get one of these out a bit more regularly as mods become available. There are quite a few mods in the works, so I've got plenty to cover, plenty to keep me busy, as the modders have been very busy themselves creating these marvellous mods for us to use. I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm going to say until next time, bye bye.